Hello and welcome to this video demo. What we're going to look at in this series is solving some of the problems on the Project Euler website. They're really good programming puzzles. Don't look at these solutions until you've got the answer for yourself if you can help it. I'm going to do mine in Python in this series. You can choose any language you wish, but I'll stick with Python for these tutorials. So the first problem is if we list all of the natural numbers below 10, that are multiples of 3 or 5, we get 3, 5, 6 and 9. The sum of these multiples is 23. So your puzzle is to find the sum of all the multiples of 3 or 5 below 1,000. The best way to approach this is to use the top line first, so below 10, as we've got an answer. So we can have a look, see if we can achieve that answer. If we can, we should then be able to push forward and get the next. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is have somewhere to store the numbers, so the multiples of 3 and 5. So num equals, and then I'm going to do square brackets, so I'm just going to define a list there called num. What we're going to need to do is loop through each of the numbers to see which are multiples of 3 and 5. So for that I'm going to use a for loop. So for I in range, open brackets, 1, 10, close brackets. Because it's the numbers below 10, we're okay putting 10 in here. If it was numbers up to and including 10, we'd actually have to put 11. Because remember, in Python, it takes 1 less than a number here. So for I in range 1 to 10, we will check to see if the numbers are multiple of 3 or 5. So the number is going to be I. So we'll start with an if I modulus, so the percentage symbol, 3, is equal to 0. So if the number I can be divided by 3 and leave a 0, or I modulus 5 is equal to 0, then num dot append open bracket I. So if it is divisible by 3 or 5 and it equals 0, add it to the num list. What I'm going to do is just verify that I'm getting the correct answers, is type in print num. So that's just going to print out my list, or those details that I've appended to my list. And to get the answer, we just need to print sum open bracket num. So that will actually give us the answer. This line here isn't really necessary, but we'll have it just to verify that it's working correctly. So what I need to do now is just run and save the module. There we go, it's asking to be saved. So I'm just going to call this problem1.py. In my documents it's fine. So the options we got were 3, 5, 6 and 9, and the answer was 23. So let's verify that against the solution here. So 3, 5, 6 and 9, and the sum is 23. So that's brilliant, we know that's working. So in theory, all we need to do is change this number here to 1,000. So all the numbers below 1,000. And again, we just need to give it a run. This time we've got a lot more numbers that have been added to our list. If we scroll right down to the bottom of that list, we'll see here the answer is 233168. So all we need to do is type that into the box on the website, and we've passed problem 1. I hope this has been useful. Thank you for watching.